right, hello from Amsterdam. I truly cannot believe that we are here. We came for a fun trip over the long weekend for 4th of July, but most importantly, we are here to see the ERAS tour, which is tonight. We actually got here yesterday and we had an overnight flight, which we really did not sleep on the plane, but we were still able to fit in a whole day of activities yesterday, just fueled by pure adrenaline. So let me show you a little bit of what we got up to yesterday, and if you're just here for ERAS tour content, I will put timestamps of this video down below.
Starting to think you might know me better than all of my friends. We still smile when we fight, and when I cry there's no words, you just simply can't. All I want is stability, 'cause your heartbeat is serenity. We'll stay for a lifetime, fall in love for the last time. 'Cause I want stability and one life, you by my side. Fall in love for the last time. Cleaning my room for some kind of comfort I never had until I met you. First time in life, feel like it could all be good. All I want is stability, 'cause your heartbeat is serenity. We'll stay for a lifetime, fall in love for the last time.
So now it is Friday, July 5th. We are going to night 2 of the concert, and we just woke up not that long ago. We actually slept for basically a full 12 hours last night, which was so necessary. We got a chocolate croissant and cappuccino for breakfast, and we are gonna head out to do a canal cruise here in Amsterdam to do some sightseeing. So I didn't really pack very interestingly for this trip, except for my outfit for tonight, but I am wearing a couple of my friendship bracelets while we go do the canal cruise. We're also gonna try to mail some postcards we got and just enjoy walking around a little bit. It says it might rain later, but when I tell you that nothing could rain on this parade, I mean it. Okay, we are back from our canal cruise and we ended up getting brunch at this place called Blue Amsterdam. So it's about 2 o'clock now. I'm gonna start getting ready. That might sound insane, but we wanna leave enough time to travel to the arena, and I just filmed the before of a bunch of, you know, social media videos, like transitions and stuff, so I wanna have time to film the afters and get that stuff right, and I'll show you guys my outfit when I'm done. Okay, here is the ERAS tour outfit reveal. So I got this jacket a few years ago from ASOS. The dress is Cezanne. I'm just wearing my Converse because it's gonna be a lot of standing and a lot of walking. Got this little necklace from Amazon, all my friendship bracelets, and then I did these hair gems that I also found on Amazon that I'll link. So I am so excited. I truly cannot believe that the day has come. I feel like this is something I have literally been thinking about for over a year now, which is just insane. And I could not be more excited for tonight. So I've got my phone, I've got my backup charger. If I can't fit my camera, I'll take some clips on my phone, but this is going to be insane. And I'm just so excited and so grateful to be here.
Amsterdam. Welkom bij the ERAS Tour!
you do it. You blow my mind without a word. Ooh, stuck upside down. I might be dreaming. There's no way back now. Take every inch of my body. Wanna dance with you all night long. Dive in, babe, you know we can't stop this. Come on and show me what you got. 'Cause I don't care if they think we're mad to be falling in love with you. I'll do it again and again and again and again. Why would I fight the things I'm feeling? Rather space out here next to you. Ooh, like astronauts.
Extraordinary backing vocalist. And now, direct your attention to the main stage.
Last night was absolutely unreal. I need to do a full debrief when we get home, but we actually have made it to our next stop on this very short trip, which is Brussels. So I'm in our room. We took a 7 a.m. train out of Amsterdam and got here at about 9 a.m. So I think it's about 10 now, and we're gonna go try to make the most of the one day that we have here because we're actually flying home tomorrow. The show really was unbelievable. I got to meet lots of other cool Swifties. I traded some friendship bracelets, and we had really good surprise songs, which I will debrief on. But in the meantime, let's go head out and check out Brussels. Say hi. And just like that, we are back home in Hoboken. And you guys, that might have been the most whirlwind trip of my entire life. Also, I apologize if I sound a little congested. I appear to have picked up a head cold from this trip, but honestly, if that's all I'm dealing with right now, I think it was so worth it. I put on my ERAS Tour t-shirt and thought we could do a little bit of a catch up and debrief, since I know that this vlog is a little on the short side, but I did just want to mention I am recording an entire in-depth podcast episode all about the ERAS tour experience, so I will link that on my YouTube channel and link it down below on Spotify when it is live. But one thing I didn't get a chance to talk about in the podcast episode was how excited I was about the surprise songs. So if you're a Swiftie, obviously you know that each night Taylor does one guitar acoustic surprise song and one piano acoustic surprise song. But what she's been doing on the European leg of the tour in 2024 so far is a lot of mashups, which are really interesting. And I'm so fascinated by her song choices and how she is able to mesh these songs together so well. So first up, we had our guitar surprise song. Ended up being a acoustic combination of I'm Gonna Get You Back, which is a new song from the Tortured Poets department. So this is the first time she ever played this song live before. So I was there for that, which is so cool. And then she actually mashed it up with Dress from Reputation, which those two songs actually go together so well. Was just so interesting, and I'll also link my TikToks down below with the full version of both of these surprise songs. I don't want to get a copyright claim here on YouTube. They are notoriously strict for stuff like that, and I don't want to get flagged, but they are on TikTok if you'd like to go watch them. That one was just so cool, and first of all, I was also surprised I could even hear her at all because everyone was just screaming, and you can really hear everyone screaming in the videos, but there in the moment I could hear her very clearly. So I was grateful that even while we were all singing along and having a good time, that I could still really hear her, which was cool. Then she sat down at the piano and she started singing You Are in Love from 1989, and I was so excited because that is a song that I actually haven't listened to a ton. I really want to go back and listen to it more, but you just know that refrain when she's like, you can hear it in the silence, 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 silence. Ooh. Oh my god, I won't keep singing. I know I also sound horribly congested, and this is not what you signed up to listen to probably, but then she mixed that one in with Cowboy Like Me from Evermore, which is just lyrically such a really pretty song, and sometimes I feel like the Evermore songs get overshadowed by the folklore songs, so it was really cool to see that song have a bit of a moment here, especially since she shortened the folklore and Evermore portions of the tour, like, to incorporate the new album, Tortured Poets Department. So it was just those 4 songs all together. I was impressed that I knew what most of them were, because I was worried she was gonna start selecting really obscure things or newer vault releases and things that I just didn't have memorized or ingrained in me, but it was just so cool to see all of them live, and I felt like it was such a nice balance. She picked one from 4 different albums, so I feel like I really got a taste of everything, and seeing them live was so cool. And then I was just unpacking, and I was unpacking my purse. This is a better look at it, by the way. How adorable is this? It's from Sachin and Babby. They very kindly gifted this to me at the CoverGirl event I went to last month. I'll link that vlog if you haven't seen it yet. But so this was the purse that I brought with me to the ERAS tour, and I just opened it from unpacking and found all of my friendship bracelets. So I need to show you some of the ones that I made, and then I need to show you some of the ones that I got traded. Also, I will link the bead kit that I got on Amazon. So, whoops. I don't know if this is gonna read backwards or not, but this is the red one. So I decided to make one friendship bracelet for each album, and I kept those on my left wrist. So if people came up to me to trade, I would be like, oh, what's your favorite album? I would start there. And then if I had already given away their favorite album, or I didn't have it for some reason, then on my other wrist, I had some that were song specific. So this one is right where you left me, and I did text a couple of friends to ask if they had any song requests to make bracelets of. I obviously had to do Timeless from Speak Now, the vault tracks, because if you don't know, that was actually Andrew and my wedding song. Which, thank you Taylor Swift for releasing that song in July 2023, 2 months before I was getting married, because it was literally perfect timing. And then here are some of the ones that I got traded. So this girl, she was so funny. She was like, you know how after a while of making these bracelets, you just start to zone out? I was like, yeah, I actually do. So she was trying to make one that said ERAS Tour, but it actually just says Tour Tour. So I was like, that's funny, I'll take that one from you. And then This other girl gave me one. It's 13, which is Taylor's lucky number. I did another album trade one with one of the girls. She asked what my favorite album was. I just said folklore because, you know, it's always hard to choose. They're always changing a little bit. So this is her folklore one, and it even had these little heart charms on it, which was so cute. But this is the funniest one. So a girl came up to us while we were waiting in line for merch, and she was like, came up to us and then started talking to Andrew, and I was like, what? But then when she started talking, it was so funny because she was like, excuse me, I was just curious, are you not a Swiftie but here because you're supporting another fellow Swiftie who really wanted to come here? I started laughing. I was like, yes, that's the exact situation, as I begged Andrew basically to come here with me, so here we both are. And so she had this bracelet because she said her girlfriend who was with her was also not a Swiftie, but she came to like be a supportive partner. So she gave this one to Andrew, and it's so funny. It says, not a Swiftie, just my girlfriend. Which I was like, wait, this is perfect. It was so funny. As I'm sure you can imagine, when I was making these friendship bracelets, I asked Andrew, I was like, do you want one? And shockingly, he turned me down, but he could not turn down a nice stranger Swiftie who had a bracelet that was so specifically tailored to him. So thank you to the Swiftie who I met at night 2 of the ERAS tour in Amsterdam who gave us this bracelet. We really appreciate it, and it's such a fun memento to have from that night. Also, one of the things I was most nervous for was when I was going to go to the bathroom during this concert, because it is literally like 3.5 hours or more, and I wasn't even drinking like alcohol that night. I was just drinking water, trying to stay hydrated. Shockingly, didn't pee once, and I didn't have to miss anything, which was great. It's just a once-in-a-lifetime experience and literally something I will never forget. So I'm grateful that I was able to document a portion of it with you guys. And I also just wanted to run through a few recs from Amsterdam and Brussels in case you are planning to visit either city. As you saw, we went to the Van Gogh Museum and the Moco Museum. Both of these were awesome. You can book tickets for the Van Gogh Museum online in advance. They're usually sold out the day of. However, for the Moco, we were able to get tickets that morning because we had a little bit of time before going to the Van Gogh Museum. We also went to a really cool microbrewery in lieu of doing the Heineken experience in Amsterdam. I will leave the name of it on the screen. This place was just such a cool old school pub. It had all of these beer bottles of all of these different breweries on the back of the wall, and everyone who worked there was really nice and attentive. We got to choose from a lot of different local beers to try, so if you are a beer lover and you don't want to do the Heineken experience, I would highly suggest checking this place out. We also got dinner at a great spot called Mangia Pizza in Amsterdam. It literally tasted like this place Forcella that I used to be obsessed with in East Williamsburg. If you've watched my videos for many years, you know what I'm talking about. We also did a canal tour the morning of the ERAS tour. It was a 75-minute boat ride around the city, so we got to learn a bit more about some of the historical sites in Amsterdam, and it was a fun way to sightsee without needing to walk around the city as much because we were pretty tired from the day before. And then for Brussels, definitely just even spending the day in that Grand Place area, and hopefully I'm saying that correctly. I'm assuming if anything the French might be Grand Place or something like that, but it's this huge open plaza in the city center of Brussels where you can just walk around. There's all these beautiful historic buildings. I believe the city hall and stuff is all still centered there too. We also walked a little bit more north and we saw a really beautiful cathedral. We walked through just some of the side streets and found ourselves in various chocolate shops and getting to walk through the galleries or the gallerias. I forget which one it's called, but they're basically these shopping malls that are all grouped together with kind of like a glass domed ceiling above them. Again, if you're into beer, like Andrew and I are, you should check out Delirium Cafe in Brussels. It is the tap room for the Delirium Brewery, and they have, I think, over 2,000 beers on tap. I think they broke like a Guinness World Record or something for the most beers offered at any one place at one time, which is quite a lot of beers, so you'll definitely find something that you like when you're there, and they have lots of different levels to the space too. There's a downstairs, there's an upstairs, and they play a lot of early 2000s, 2010s, like pop punk music, which is fun. And then our very last night we had dinner at Le Marmiton in Brussels, and I found this recommendation on someone's blog, and they recommended trying the Belgian mussels, which I was like, you know, might as well have mussels in Brussels. So I ordered them, and we also had some oysters to start, and everything was so delicious. It was definitely one of the best meals I've had in a while. So I think that just about wraps it up. Like I said earlier, if you want to hear more about the full details of like the logistics of getting into the stadium and more of my general thoughts about the set list and stuff like that, check out the latest podcast episode. That's going to be the full ERAS tour recap, so you can hear even more from me about the experience there if you want. If you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more vlogs and videos from me. Give this video a thumbs up down below, leave me a comment, say hi, let me know if you've been to the ERAS tour or if you're planning to go this year at all, and I really hope you enjoyed coming along with me on this little whirlwind adventure. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Blow my mind without a word. Ooh, stuck upside down. I might be dreaming. There's no way back now.